Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Buffalo Bills. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
This shit is 7 minutes? Wow. Once you put a 7-minute game.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll get it down here at the 23. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Allen going to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. So opening drive 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Allen, they'll roll him out right. And they work make this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try to run with Ivory. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, Ivory. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Ivory with his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Stephen Hauschka for the point
How
after.
you like that, E, on the first drive? Going down.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery.
Come on.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to look deep down the and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Ravens making their way out here, Charles, and a heartbreaking last-second loss to the Bengals Week 17 last year. Kept them out of the playoffs into their season of 9. And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Okay, after those first two drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays. Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green!
From the gun, it's Allen being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. Crisis averted.
Shit.
Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Whew. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey. 4 down. Hey.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy able to drop him for a loss of 4. Murphy, Charles missed all of last year with that knee injury. Says he feels healthy. He sure looked healthy there.
Had 9 sacks in his last full season, 2016. Can also cover people out of the backfield when they run pass routes. Trent Murphy's an excellent addition.
Green, 39. Green.
Now Jackson on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. These Bills, Charles, broke the 17-year playoff drought under first-year head coach Sean McDermott. And while Bills fans, they reveled in their team's return to relevance. We know the NFL, it's a what have you done for me lately business. So what can we expect in 2018?
I think a continuation of what head coach Sean McDermott started last year, creating the new culture for the Bills, upgrading their defense. But the big thing, they need more plays from the quarterback position that are downfield, chunk plays to take some of the pressure off the defense. Remember, only 3 points scored in the playoff loss to the Jaguars.
On first down, Allen.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean to throw it there. Come on.
That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Man, I didn't need to throw it there. Come on, ref. What are you doing?
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Crabtree the target on that one.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On second down, Ivory. Room here to run. Unable to get Ivory down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Ivory. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hurry up, here we go!
To the air, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll air this one toward. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Coleman, 53 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And how about that for Josh Allen? His first touchdown pass in the NFL. He had plenty of success while at the University of Wyoming. But when you throw your first touchdown in the league, that's what you've been dreaming of since you were a small child.
One to cherish forever, and you talk about his success. He had 44 touchdown passes in his 2 seasons at Wyoming. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8.
Oh, shit. Word. Get him.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Good
Now
move.
that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trent Murphy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard! Gun! Detroit!
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
I got it. Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Set! Green, 39.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Terrell Suggs. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Allen going to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Oh, come on.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Gun!
Undercrush.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
49's the Mike.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. Broken tackle. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jackson to throw on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now he'll tuck it and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. The stop for no gain brings up second and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Star Latulele in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I got one.
On second down, here's Allen, escaping the pressure right. Keeps himself upright, and now running right through it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Allen. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Detroit! Detroit!
Shift, shift, shift.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen.
Oh.
Through pressure.
Oh, come on.
Here as he's taken down.
Come on.
Willie Henry able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And here's Allen operating from the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it.
The first NFL touchdown pass for the former Heisman winner, Lamar Jackson.
And there it is. Tally it up, folks. The first touchdown pass for Lamar Jackson as a member of the Baltimore Ravens. So many people people focused on his legs coming into the league, and he'll score plenty of touchdowns that way. But being able to throw it into the end zone, that's a special feeling, and he's a guy who will do that often in the league.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Bills getting set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Get him. Get him. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Allen will try again on second down. Dancing to his left.
Oh, no, come on.
Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. The receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Mommy.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson underneath to Allen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
49 Mike. 49 to Mike.
Detroit.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. on second down. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Jackson will throw again. And this is complete. It's Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Gone!
5 down. Stand up in.
They'll go with a keeper, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a ground site. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. Looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he'll be
Come on, I do that shit.
Slung down like a rag doll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go. Green.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. Now he's... And look at this. They get the
Oh,
turnover.
come on.
Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 1st down yardage on the first play. I've given 14.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Gun.
49.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side and Sneed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun.
And Jackson throwing once more. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On second down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Possibly a turning point. Big
All right,
play
now,
coming.
56.
This is
Lucky
third and
56.
long.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Detroit, Detroit.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Gone, 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 gone.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 3 down.
They'll go again to McCoy. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
No sign of a slowdown from McCoy in his age 30 season. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. You got 3 down.
All right, here we go. 3-19, 3-19.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The pitch comes to Ivory. Chris Ivory off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Ivory, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills